Shalom.
Shalom.
We the Hebrew Israelites. First and foremost, we want to give all praises, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
Double honors to our apostles and elders at Great Millstone, rule and teach well, and peace and salutations to the elect. Okay, without further ado, we out here once again on another Saturday to warn our people. Okay, warn our people of the destruction that's coming. Speaking to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, which are the Hebrew Israelites, all right? The ones of you that's on this side right here, all right? And it's been a lot of things going on, all right? It's been a lot of judgment going forth, okay? And this place is beginning jacked up, man, okay? So, matter of fact, you can get that in Matthew.
God. This is Matthew 24 and verse 4. And Yahweh shall answer and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. Verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation.
That's what we're seeing. We're seeing nation rise against nation. Okay? We're seeing Iran, going against America. You're seeing Iran, raising up, going against America, which is Babylon the Great, China, North Korea, Russia, all these different nations are speaking up against America, which is Babylon the Great. Man.
That's right.
Okay? You continue on that.
And kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places.
That's right, and we're seeing that. Okay, you see there was just a hailstorm, okay, in Mexico. Okay, it's been over 3,000 earthquakes in California since July the 4th. Okay, you see Hurricane Barry, okay, just touched down over there in Louisiana. Okay, so we're starting to see all these things, man. Okay, we're seeing judgments going forth. Okay, we know that the Lord, is angry with these wicked people in this place, man. Okay, and judgment is about to go forth on the mass level, man. Okay, you can continue.
God. Verse 8. All these are the beginning of sorrows.
That's right, the beginning of sorrows. Okay. And a lot of you people out here, you're seeing all these things come upon this place, okay, and you don't know what to do, man, but this is just the beginning, okay? It's about to get a lot worse, man. Heading into Jacob's trouble, okay, you people are about to experience, the worst times of your life, man.
That's right.
Okay? That's it on that.
I got a quick one for you. This is 2nd Ezra 9:1. And he answered me and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I told thee before, then shalt thou understand that is at the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of these things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
That's right, and we're seeing all these things now. You look around, you see the yellow vest movement, the protests, you're seeing these earthquakes, going all around the United States, man, okay, which is Babylon the Great, okay, and we're measuring the times diligently, so we know exactly what times we're in, man, okay, this isn't the time to be in the house of murder right now, man, okay, this is the time, to be seeking Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah and doing all that's required of you, man, okay, because we know, man, that the Lord is coming soon. Okay, and we don't want to be on this bad side. All right, a lot of you out here, caught up in the folly of this place. Okay, doing whatever the hell you want to do, man. All right, it's a Saturday evening, and you're getting ready to get into some wickedness, man. Okay, so you can get. Matter of fact, you get that.
Yeah, and I was gonna say that's the main thing that this society promotes is bread, circus, entertainment, and distractions. The word distract just is to take away and track, to keep you off the track. What track? Of knowing who you are. When America was built, it was built in a form of mass deception. That's why when you actually go into the history, you see the Gadites, the tribe that actually knew their true nationality, they had to learn new cultures and adopt new habits and ways so that they could be deviated from the truth. And this is the time where the prophecies is coming out. The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are actually waking up to their true nationality. I got a precept too. This is 2nd Ezra 5:1. That they which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. But iniquity shall be increased above that which now thou seest, or that thou hast heard long ago. And the land that thou seest now to have root, shalt thou see wasted suddenly. But if the Most High grant thee to live, thou shalt see after the third trumpet that the sun shall suddenly shine again in the night, and the moon thrice in the day. Right, and it spoke about in 2 Ezra the 5th chapter, how the land shall be barren of faith. And that means what? It was a lack of understanding and a lack of belief on the earth. And we already, that time has already been fulfilled. Where it speaks in, was that Matthew the 25th chapter, the virgins fell asleep. It tells you in 2 Thessalonians about the great falling away and the mystery of iniquity, which represents the Edomites being raised on high and pushing out the flood of lies. It tells you that in Revelation the 12th chapter, man. But now is the truth being sprung back on the earth in a massive way. Oh, you got it though.
Because it's Matthew 24 and verse 8. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you. And ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake.
That's right, you know, and we are hated of all nations, okay? Even our own people, man. Okay, 2/3 of our own people, you know, hate us for doing what we're doing, man. Okay, out here, you know, telling them the truth, okay? Proclaiming the name, okay? You know, doing everything, you know, that's required of us from Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Okay, our own people hate it, man. Okay? As a matter of fact, can you give me that in Amos?
Yeah, 5.
Oh.
You talking about they hate him that rebuketh in the gate?
Yeah, you get that.
I think that's 5 and 10.
This is book of Amos, chapter 5, verse 10. They hate him that rebuke in the gate.
That's right. And that's what we're doing, rebuking at the gate. Okay? We out here, you know, in the highways and byways, you know, telling our people where they're going off at, man. Okay? Telling them to stop committing adultery. Okay? Stop, you know, following the ways of the heathen. Okay? Stop eating shrimp, pork, you know, and crab legs, man. Okay? Stop doing all these abominable things, man. Okay? But our people, you know, they don't want to get corrected, man. All right? A lot of them, man, they want to hear smooth things. Okay? They want to hear lies. Okay? They don't want to hear where they're going off at, man. Okay? But that's ultimately going to lead to their destruction, man. Okay? Because with us being out here, the Lord sending up his men, Lord willing, we can be a part of that number. That shows you that's mercy from Yahweh Bashim Yahushua on his people, man. Okay? You continue on that.
And they abhor him that speak uprightly. For right. As much, therefore, as your training is upon the poor, and you take from the burdens of weak.
That's right. You know, that's the point on that. You know, but they'll abhor him that speak upright. Okay? You know, they don't want to hear, you know, the right things, man. Okay, they want to hear, you know, that this place is going to continue to go on, man, but it's not, man. This wickedness is going to come to an end here, man. Okay, you get that out. This is
Isaiah 58 and 1. Isaiah 58 and 1. It says, cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and shew my people their transgressions.
That's right. And we ain't sparing your feelings, man. Okay? Because we know sin is transgressing of the law, man. Okay? And if you're sitting right here sinning, okay, we're going to let you know where you're going off at, man. Okay? We ain't going to tell you it's okay for you to shave your beard off your face. All right, have a good day. Nah, man, we're going to tell you that's going off, man. Okay? You know, we're going to correct you, man. Okay? You know, if we don't, the blood will be on our hands, man. All right? Your blood will be on our hands if we don't. All right, you continue.
It says, and to shew my people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sins. Yet they seek me daily, and delight to know my ways, as a nation that did righteousness, and forsook not the ordinance of thy power. They ask of me the ordinance of justice, and they take delight in approaching to the Most High. And that's basically what the brother's saying, man. You know, this is a place where you're gonna be corrected, man. Not just, you know, you're gonna turn the other cheek. You see you going off, you know, out of the way on your house by Shimi Shot. Okay? That's not what a watchman does, man. They warn you, all right, when they see dangers. They let you know the signs and the times that you're living in, so to speak. All right, and that's what we out here to do. That's right. You can get that.
God, this is the lamb back of the brother precept. This is 2 Ezra 15 and verse 24. Woe to them that sin and keep not my commandments, saith the Lord. I will not spare them. Go your way, ye children, from the power, defile not my sanctuary.
That's right, you know. And you wicked niggas is out here doing what you want to do, you ain't gonna get spared, man. Okay, the ones of you, you know, that's packing out these harlot houses, all right, paying your tithes to these false pastors, all right, you gonna get caught out here, man. All right, soon, you know, you're gonna be seeking the truth, and the men of the Lord ain't gonna be out here for you to be able to come up to them and get this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the scriptures, man. Okay, you know.
Yeah, and a lot of these people are already being caught out here. Like you spoke about these harlot houses, which is the churches. They already sucking the congregation dry. Majority of the individuals in the congregation, they don't have transportation. They're riding the MARTA buses. They're living on Section 8 welfare. That's why they go to those churches for actually aid, spiritual aid, and guidance. You know, because they're lost. And what does the pastor do? The pastors are truly wolves, man. They actually take their you know, their guilt and certain things that the congregation goes through, and they spin it and they play on it for monetary sake. They know that the congregation is full of you know, drug users, you know, and women that's bugged out, so to speak. And what do? They capitalize off of that. That's why most pastors, especially these mega churches, they live in filthy rich, man. You had that one white girl that she was an interviewer, and she went to that mega church leader, and she was just like, you know, why asking them certain critical questions. Yeah. Why do pastors need planes? Why do pastors need all these different things? And he was basically justifying
the hell out of
yeah, he was justifying like hell, man.
What pastor gotta have a big house?
Yeah.
Or that preacher from South Carolina that bought his wife a brand new Lamborghini truck.
A Lamborghini truck.
Then what they need to do with a Lamborghini truck, you know? Aren't you supposed to get from point A to point B? You know, where they getting all this money from, man?
Daily bread.
Okay, you know?
Come, this is verse 26. For the Lord knoweth all them that sin against him, and therefore deliver he them unto death and destruction.
That's right, you know, and that's where they're going to be delivered to, man. All right, speaking to the wicked of our people, man. All right, you know, y'all going to be delivered up to that destruction, man. Okay? Because the majority of you, you know, here in America, which is Babylon the Great, are out here doing what you want to do, man. Okay? You know, you sitting right here trying to live it up, okay, in that YOLO spirit, okay? You know, but that's going to ultimately, like I was going into, that's going to lead to you getting put to death here, man. All right, Jacob's trouble is approaching, man. Okay? The famine, the pestilence, the sword, all these things are about to come upon this place, man.
That's right, brother.
Okay? You know, a lot of you, man, because of you have the lack of faith, man. A lot of them, you're going to take the chip, man. Okay? And if you take that chip, you're going to get destroyed, man. Okay? There was a little bit more on that.
Nah, that was it.
Yeah.
This is Amos chapter 3, verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown?
Okay? When you see all these hurricanes, okay, you seeing these flood wicked people, man. Yep. Okay? It's not Esau that's doing it. Okay, but if you do see Esau doing wickedness, we know that the Lord, you know, controls the minds of these kings, man. Okay? Because the Lord is dealing with them on the left-hand side, man. Okay? You know, and we know that Esau is the sword of the Most High, man.
That's right.
Okay?
Surely the Lord power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets.
That's right. He revealed his secrets unto the servants, the prophets. Okay? Because it's not of our will, you know, that we have the knowledge, wisdom, understanding of these scriptures. You know, it's the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. Okay? Because he revealed it to his prophets, man. Okay? That's why they're able to break down these scriptures, all right? Tell our people what's about to come upon this place. Okay? Tell them America, which is Babylon the Great, is going to get destroyed, man. Okay? Tell you the famine, the pestilence, the sword is coming. All right? Tell you martial law is coming to this place.
Hey,
okay?
we in martial law.
Because they're out of control.
Yeah.
You know, they trusting in this deep, dark delusion they're living in. You know, and they loving it, man. You know, they're living it up in this darkness. Here it is. We're out here trying to give y'all life and trying to, you know, preach the truth to you people. But you guys want to still believe in that delusion, that lie, man.
Yeah.
You know, never trust thy enemy, man. You know, you guys want to put your trust in them.
Yeah, you had that. You had an episode of South Park back in the day where all the people were putting their heads in the sand. They were literally digging holes and shoving their heads in the earth. I forget for the specific reason in that episode, but that's really what the masses of the people are doing. Because there's only two things you can do. You can actually acknowledge the truth, which when you acknowledge it, it comes with certain things you have to do to fulfill it. You know, you have to acknowledge yourself. You have to cleanse your ways. All right, you have to turn from your wickedness, and you're required and obligated to do the work, or you could just live in ignorance, man.
La la la. Put your fingers in your ear. I hear no evil. See no evil.
Close your eyes, and masses of the people choose that way. Because just like you said, ignorance is bliss. That's Isaiah the 60th chapter.
Because it would be easy for these people to just stop right now, get out their cars, and just come right here. But where they going? Probably to some kind of club, you know, to fulfill their wickedness, things of that nature. You know, it's not easy to just stand here and listen to the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. But it's easy for y'all to go to a fucking club and to dance with another man or woman or some shit, man.
Right.
You know?
And that's because our people are emotional. Our people want to do the things that make them feel good instead of feeling the emotions that is going to have them correct themselves. You know, listening to music and clubbing and dancing and twerking, that's fun because nobody's condemning you for your actions. But like the brother said, to stand here before the men that's teaching you the word of the Lord to break you down, but then not only build you up, that's a hard thing because that requires a discipline that this world has not prepared our people for, right? And it's this same world that our people trust in is going to cause their downfall.
That's right.
You know?
I got a quick one for you. This is 2 Thessalonians 2:11. And it says, and for this cause Yahweh Shem Yahushua shall send them strong delusions that they shall believe a lie, that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness.
That's right, you know, because our people, you know, rather, you know, go down and hear what Esau got to say, man, the wicked of our people. All right, they'll rather hear, you know, Esau saying, you know, the economy is as great as it's ever been, okay? This place is succeeding, all right? The wall's going to get built up, okay? This place is prospering, okay? Our people are rather, you know, take heed into that, man, you know, which is lies, man.
And the funny thing is, most people ain't even speaking that type of shit no more. Even most economists, individuals that deal with economic analysis, they'll tell you that the economy is worse than it's ever been. There was an article that just came out that said that the United States is running out of money, man.
Yeah, the government.
The government is running out of money. They can't fulfill their obligations. They're not gonna say it as plain Jane as that, but they're showing because they have certain cutbacks, certain austerity measures.
Yep.
You know.
That debt ceiling that whole thing with the debt ceiling might pop up again, the news again. They always do it towards the end of the year anyway. You know.
Who knows what'll happen with this weather? We're in the middle of a hurricane season.
Right, crops messed up.
Yeah, so you think about weather. What happens with weather? The FEMA is a federally funded department, and what happens? These storms may come through. What happens if this storm gets ugly down in Louisiana?
That's money, man.
That's money. When they say $600 million worth of damage was done, who's putting the bill? Who's paying that bill? The federal government. But you remember they showed you that a few years ago with the governor of New Jersey, Christie, when they didn't want to send money for was that Sandy that came up the East Coast? And they messed up the whole East Coast, and he was mad about it. So again, it's gonna get to a point where these storms, these earthquakes, you see the increasement of the earthquakes, hurricanes, weather, snowstorms coming in the fall and winter, and then they're just gonna start telling these states, "Hey, we ain't got no money for you. We ain't got no money for you." So what happens then? These states got to start taxing the people harder. Then these states is going to split from the federal government. Why are we paying taxes? See, that's another point of simplicity of the people is people don't understand the flow of money, the courts, the state and federal taxes. Why do you pay federal taxes? To be part of the federal government, the United States of America. So what happens when the federal government says, listen, Georgia, we ain't, or Florida, listen, I know you just got hit by an F10 hurricane, but we broke, we ain't got no money for you.
Right.
So what's gonna happen? Florida's gonna be like, well, fuck you.
Yeah. Especially California.
California's another one.
California been getting hit with so much stuff, and they already catching a lot of hell in that area, and they already been speaking about seating and breaking it down. Yeah, seating from the federal government. Texas too.
Yeah. I remember going years back. This was like the 2012 budget for Georgia, right? And all the different municipalities had a meeting that January going into 2012, And basically, the budget for where we was at, we was teaching the budget that they was giving out, right? They had to cut back on a lot of the programs, whether it be schooling, road projects. Like down here in Georgia, you got the Splost road project, you know. So they had to basically what it was, they had the budget that they projected going into the year for 2012. The money they got was going to be a lot less. So imagine now, 6-7 years later. You know what I'm saying? 7-8 years later, you know? The things that's coming ahead as a nation for America nationally is going to be hard times, you know?
Yeah.
So the only thing for you to really do is to put your faith in something. And what better wisdom and understanding to put your faith in than the scriptures that's literally speaking as we're talking about it, literally speaking.
That's right, brother.
You know what I'm saying?
I got a quick one for you. Dealing with these states succeeding from the federal government, because that's what's going to happen. This is Isaiah 19:2, and it says, "And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom." So that's your civil wars.
Right. And let's deal with ancient Egypt. How did ancient Egypt fight? You had, fall. You had Upper Egypt versus Lower Egypt. Yep. You had, it tells you in Isaiah the 19th chapter, the Nile was basically going through droughts. It was a lot of wars of other nations, the Persians, the Medes, and other nations around that actually was bombarding Egypt, the plagues that hit Egypt, all right?
Us leaving.
As well as us leaving, as well as the prophets prophesying, because Moses was a prophet. And he told Pharaoh specifically to let my people go. So we in New Egypt, and all these things are happening unto New Egypt. All right, the wars with the Egyptians against the Egyptians, which is what? White on white crime. You know?
These Democrats and these Republicans, they hate each other.
Oh yeah, they hate each other.
They might get violent.
They might get violent. They hate each other, man.
You know,
like you
these
talk to
are
a
the
you
lowest
talk to an Edomite here in Georgia, it's a different conversation if you talk to an Edomite in Washington State. Yeah. That's two different Edomites, two different
devils,
psychological or not ways of living.
Right.
You know, a devil from Florida is completely different from a devil from New York.
Yeah, because isn't Florida a red state?
Huh?
I think Florida's a red state.
Oh hell yeah, it's real red.
So like, you know, you talk to a Edomite, a white man from Florida, which is a red state Republican, and talk to an Edomite from Georgia, which is a white man, blue state Edomite, Democrat. You're going to get two different perspectives, two different
goals,
ideologies and goals. On where they think that America should go, especially going into this next election with Trump. So, like the brother mentioned about the Egyptians versus the Egyptians, is a lot of these things are going to pop off with these Edomites setting these cities on fire, and Jake really just going to be, spoiling, doing what they got to do. If they got to crack a head, they're going to have to crack a head.
That's right.
But that's these race wars that's prophesied about. It's going to come.
I got something after the brother.
John, this is Isaiah 13 and verse 14. "And it shall be as the chase roe, and as a sheep
right
that no man taketh up."
That's right, during Jacob's trouble, we're gonna see these race wars, these class wars. All right, a lot of these people gonna get caught out here like a deer in headlights. You can continue on that.
God, they shall every man turn to his own people, and flee every one into his own land.
That's right, every man gonna turn to his own people. All right, so you're gonna see a lot of Jake with Jake. You're gonna see the Israelites with the Israelites. All right, you're gonna see the Edomites with their people, the Edomites with the Edomites. If Moab with Moab, you're gonna see all these different nations amongst their own people, man, in these times, man.
Hey, that's how you know it's a bad time to be a sellout, man.
That's right.
You got a lot of Jakes that's trying to congregate with Esau. They be such in the spirit of Esau that they be damn near Edomites, man. They talk like Esau, they dress like him, their hairdo.
Mindset,
But what happens when the cord snaps, all right? And the white people are congregating strictly with whites, man. Arabs strictly with Arabs. A lot of you niggas ain't gonna be able to come back. You Key and Peele type of niggas, you know, with that real Edomite vibration. Jake ain't gonna want you in that day. What can you provide? A lot of them type of Jakes, they don't even have the right spirit on, man. You know, because what? They still programmed to justify white actions.
White supremacy.
White supremacy. Because they basically are pro-white supremacists. These Jakes that's in a political realm, they're pro-government. And the word government, what? Means to rule your mind. Who rules over your mind? White people. All right? In the religious centers, when you look at the government charts, they control religion. They control, of course, language. The language is the language of devils. All right, this bullshit bastard language, English. They control the college universities. They control everything. Entertainment, any and everything around you is controlled by the so-called white man. You know, so that prophecy, when it hits, is gonna hit hard. We read about the prophecies, you know, and you might read it and you know, touch on it, but when it hits, when these things hit, it's gonna hit hard, man.
A man's foe shall be of his house when it's hit.
Yeah, that's gonna hit hard, man. And you have a lot of these, you know, women, like these Arab women, these East Indian women. They come to America and they be straight sluts. And what happened? They get banned from their people. Yep. They get basically, you know, outed,
Yeah, they want to
exiled.
Yep.
And what's gonna happen in that day when it's gonna be a severance, and they gotta turn back to their own people? Them people gonna kill them, man.
They already killing them.
They already killing
them. Take them into the middle of a forest
and shoot them up
somewhere and shitted their head off or something. Mm-hmm. Or there are videos out there like that.
Oh, it's a lot of videos.
Yeah. Getting stoned. Yeah. This is Isaiah 13 and verse 14. And it shall be as the chase road, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee every one into his own land.
That's right, and flee everyone to his own land. Okay, because in those times, you know, that we're coming into, a lot of these heathens gonna try to get the hell out of America, this fat money, right? Okay, a lot of them that came over here got rich off of the tribe. All right, you see Ishmael, you know, all in these corner stores. You see Eli, okay? You see them, they over here getting rich off Jake, man. Okay, but in the time when all hell break loose over here, man. All right, doing the race wars, these class wars, on these corner stores getting invaded, raided, okay, and all that. They're gonna try to flee and go back to their own land, man. You're gonna see Ham, these Hamites try to go back to Africa or whatnot. Okay, you're gonna see all these things, man. But a lot of them not gonna be able to leave America, man. Yeah. Okay, a lot of them gonna get caught out over here, and they ain't gonna know what the hell to do, man. Okay, because a lot of these airports gonna be shut down as well, man. Okay.
Yeah. What does Scripture say? A man shall desire to go into another city. You know, that's not gonna happen, including with you heathens, believe it or not. You know, you're gonna be trapped here in this melting pot. You know, aka America, the great whore. You're gonna be trapped here. You're gonna want to go home. But, you know, it's going to be martial law, you know. The whole city is going to be fenced off or whatnot, you know. God,
you can continue on in that.
God, I'm going to go to verse 15. It says, and everyone that is found shall be thrust through.
That's right. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through. Okay, because it's going to be like every man for itself out here, man. You caught out here by yourself, okay, and the Lord is not with you in those days, you're going to get thrust through, man. Okay, you're going to get put to death, man. All right, that's what's coming, man. Okay, you can continue on now.
Come and continue, it says, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword.
That's right, everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Okay, a lot of you proud-ass nigga women are joined unto them, man.
Yep.
Joined unto who? Esau, Edom, man. Okay, y'all joined unto the servant, okay? But y'all gonna get put to death, man. Okay, and a lot of you sell out niggas too, man. Okay?
The line is definitely in the sand.
Kind. You know, a lot of you Uncle Tom cool niggas gonna get put to death too, man. You gonna find out that Esau was never your friend, man. Okay?
What's the modern day sword, man? The gun, you know?
That's right.
There's gonna be a lot of gun action in that day, man. You know, you're gonna see a lot of niggas bug out, holding their gun, just going at it. You know, they're gonna be bugged out. You know, what does Scripture say? The stress shall fall upon men, you know? It shall be a day of darkness, gloominess, wasteness, desolation. So a lot of niggas gonna lose their wits out on the woman and everything, man.
That's right. You know, and a lot of these sellouts, you know, in the same neighborhoods as Esau, you know, in these gated communities, okay? You know, they think that, you know, the guy they've been staying with 10, 15 years in the same neighborhood. Are they gonna think, you know, that they're cool or whatnot? Nah, man. Are these devils gonna show their horns in that day, man? Okay?
Well, you had that video, that little munchkin he might have been a Jake when he was mad at if you brother seen it where he was like, I'm tired of these women talking about how short I am. You know, he lost his mind, but that's a you can laugh at that, but that's a precursor to what? People losing it because why? He might not be getting no box. So it's gonna be a million reasons for people out here to lose their fucking mind in that day, man.
That's right. You know.
So what's a man like that gonna do in that day? He gonna take something.
That's right. And then, like brother,
He know who he gonna take. He already got it planned out.
And a lot of these niggas gonna be hungry too after they take it. A lot of you gonna get cooked, man. Okay? Or a lot of you just gonna get ate, man. A lot of you may not get cooked, you just gonna get ate, man. All right, you can continue on that.
Come, verse 16, it says, their children also shall be dashed into pieces before their eyes.
That's right. You know, a lot of these little wicked children gonna be getting put to death too, man. All right, they're gonna be getting dashed to the stone, okay? Head bust, okay? All this is coming to America, which is Babylon the Great, man.
That's right.
Okay?
Right.
You know? You can continue on now.
Their houses shall be spoiled and their wives ravished.
That's right, man. A lot of you people, your houses, you know, gonna get spoiled, man. Okay, a lot of you gonna get thrown out your house, okay? Your food gonna get took, your woman gonna get raped, okay? And a lot of you wicked men gonna get raped too, man, okay? That's what's coming, man.
Yep.
All right, you can reread that out.
Come, this is Isaiah 13 and verse 16.
Yep.
Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes.
Yep.
Their houses shall be spoiled
Yep.
and their wives ravished.
That's right, your goods gonna get took and your women gonna get raped, man. Okay? That's what's coming to America, which is Babylon the Great. You continue on.
That's gonna really be a man downfall right there, man.
Yep.
When he loses his wits, when he sees his own woman getting raped right before his eyes.
Yep.
And he can't do nothing about it, you know? What, the spirit of jealousy, that anger is gonna come out. And, you know, many men already lose their wits for a woman, you know? So when they see their wives get ravished, they're gonna fucking lose their minds.
They're
man.
gonna lose it.
They're gonna lose it.
That's right, you know?
They're just gonna kill everything in sight. They're gonna be bloodthirsty. You know, and that spirit of death gonna be out here, man.
That's right, you know, and there's gonna be foreign troops, you know, that's gonna be throwing a lot of you out of your houses too, man. A lot of them ain't gonna speak English, you know, you ain't gonna know what the hell they saying, man.
That's right.
Okay? Gonna put you to death. All right, take your woman, rape her, put her to death, put your children to death. All right, that's coming, man. You continue on.
Come, verse 17, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it.
That's right, and you know, they're speaking about these Russians, man. Okay? You know, they ain't gonna delight, you know, in silver or gold, man, because America, which is Babylon the Great, the leaders of this place, they won't be able to buy themselves out of this situation, man, that they got in, man. Okay? This is personal, man, so to speak, man. Okay? You know, they ain't gonna delight in silver and gold. You matter of fact, you continue on now.
Come, verse 18, their bows also shall dash the young man to pieces.
That's right. You know, because we know these Russians are gonna send these ICBM thermonuclear missiles to America, man. All right, which is Babylon the Great, to destroy this place. Okay? You continue on now.
Come, it says, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb.
That's right. They ain't gonna care if these women over here pregnant, man. Okay? These missiles still gonna get shot over here, man. Okay? A woman can find out she can just find out she got pregnant, man. It ain't gonna matter, man. You know, these missiles still coming, and a lot of you wicked women gonna die by these missiles. You know why you pregnant, man? All right, you continue on. Huh?
I just saw a video. You know, this woman was pregnant or whatnot, and Jake knew it wasn't his kid. He just went up to the woman and punched her right in the gut, and she was bleeding. Yep.
She talking about getting an abortion?
Yep.
I think that was fake, to be honest. But
Yeah.
Hey, that's the spirit of Jake.
Yeah, that's spirit.
Well,
of
you
Jake
had
though,
you had the account a few months ago. He got sentenced, I think, to life, but he was mad. I think he was in the Mall of Georgia, not the Mall of Georgia, the Mall of America, and he was mad that women wasn't talking to him, so he grabbed that little Edomite child and threw him over the railing.
Yep.
And the baby fell. The child fell like 3-4 stories.
It was about 2 or 3 videos I seen where Jake just hit a pregnant woman in the stomach. That lets you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That lets you know. Man ain't gonna have no mercy in that day, man.
That's right. You know,
The Lord don't care about your kids, you woman, you old woman, to the wrinkle and you young infants, man. You know, the Lord don't care, man.
That's right. So like, and if I can say too, a lot of men, you know, they not gonna want to be with a pregnant woman in their day, man. Okay, you know, you continue on now.
Come, I'm just reread verse 18. It says, "The bows also shall dash the young man to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb, their eyes shall not spare children.
That's right, and their eyes shall not spare children. Okay? Because when these missiles come over here, man, if you're not of the elect in the 1/3, you're gonna get destroyed over here, man.
That's
okay?
right.
Matter of fact, that's it on that.
Come.
You can get that in Ezekiel 38.
This is Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 10.
Yep.
Thus said the Lord power, it shall also come to pass that in the same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought.
That's right. You know, who's gonna think shall come into whose mind? The minds of these Russians, man, the leaders of Russia, man. Okay? And it says, matter of fact, reread that for me, Barbara Kasha.
Thus said the Lord power, it shall come to pass that in the same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought.
And what's that evil thought? To send these missiles, these ICBM missiles to America, which is Babylon the Great. You continue on that.
And thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages.
And what's that land of the unwalled villages? America, man. Okay? You know, this place is the land of the unwalled villages they're speaking about, man. Okay, in these times. You continue on that.
I will go to them that are at rest.
That's right. And who's at rest, man? Okay? You so-called Americans out here, man. Okay, y'all the ones at rest, man. You're not paying attention to what's going on around the world, okay? You don't watch the news, man. All right, a lot of you, you know, just out here, you know, just caught up, you know, in the wickedness of this place, man. Okay, y'all at rest here, man.
That's right.
Okay, what was that? Was it that Russian choir that had that song was saying how, you know,
Niggas asleep?
Yeah, niggas over here sleep, man. Okay? And that's how a lot of you niggas are, man. Y'all niggas are in a deep sleep, man. Okay? You continue on that.
I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls, and having neither bars nor gates.
That's right. You know, having neither bars nor gate. You know, you see Trump, you know, with all that build wall, man. Nah, man, this wall ain't gonna get built up, man. This place gonna get destroyed, man. All right? You get Joel second chapter. All right.
I got a quick one for you real quick. This is Genesis 49 and 9. And it says, Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down. He croucheth down as a lion, and as a old lion, who shall rouse him up?
That's right. And we know the Lord, you know, is going to rouse them up, man. Okay? You know, in these times we're coming into, man. Okay? And we know, man, you know, when Judah get roused up, okay, it's going to be trouble for a lot of you heathens out here, man. Okay? You know, when these race wars, you know, these class wars and all this pop off out here, man. Okay? Judah, you know, is going to be in it, man. Okay? A lot of, you know, it may be some people, you know, they may be a part of the 2/3, but a lot of them are going to be putting a lot of you heathens to death before they get their judgment, man. Well, before they get put to death, man. All right? A lot of you Edomites going to get choked out here, put to death. Your women going to get raped. Your whole household going to get spoiled, man. Okay? You know, but we know the Lord is going to rouse Judah up, man. Okay? And we know Judah is the head tribe, all right? And so we know all the other tribes are going to follow, man. Okay? But the men of the Lord, we know they're not going to get carnal, okay? You know, they're going to wait on the Lord, you know, in due time. You know, they're going to do what's commanded of them, man.
And proof that Judah is truly the head tribe, when anything goes down in America, who's on the front lines truly? Judah. Yep. And they get recognized by the government. You had those protests a little while back where you had, of course, T.I. He was out here. You had Snoop Dogg getting with the police in California and all that. Now, of course, we know it's to no avail. But the point is, you know, when things go down, Jake be truly standing up, though. Jake could come out here, man. You know, Jake could do certain things to so-called push for their rights as citizens. When Issachar, all these immigration push-outs and them getting kicked out, deported, drinking piss water, where the fuck is Jennifer Lopez and George Lopez, man? Where they at?
Where the fluffy guy at?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Where's all the Jesuses out here, man? Because them Mexicans are living in terrible conditions down there in the borders, man. In them concentration cities. I read in an article where basically they got Issachar 400 or 500 men in one little compound sharing 2 toilets, man. You'd be better off getting locked up going to regular jail. You get better conditions than that. But where's the rioting at, man?
Probably shitting on each other.
You know? It's simple as hell.
And you know, it sounds graphic, but you're actually having people that's going in those centers and seeing how fucked up it is, man. It's really, it's extreme, man. Go ahead.
You can get that one.
This is Joel chapter 2, and I'm gonna start from the top. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in my holy mountain.
That's right, you know. And we know Zion, you know, it's Zion in the Hebrew, which is monument. Okay? You know, and it said, blow, you can read that from top of the Bible to shout.
Blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in my holy mountain.
That's right, and that's what we're doing right now, blowing the trumpet. All right, outside people, you can continue on that.
Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is not at hand.
That's right. You know, the day of the Lord is near. Okay? And we know that our Lord, Yahweh Shah, you know, is going to return with an innumerable amount of angels and the chariots with him. Okay? Doesn't the scripture speak about the slain of the Lord shall be many? Okay? It's going to be many people getting slain out here, getting put to death, man. Okay? From one end of the earth to the other. All right? You continue on now.
A day of darkness and gloominess.
Doesn't the scripture speak about the day of the Lord is darkness? Well, it's dark and not light.
A day of clouds and thick darkness. As the morning spread upon the mountains.
You continue on now.
A great people, and a strong, there had not been ever the like, neither shall there be any more after it.
That's right, going to these missiles, man. Okay, you continue on that.
Even to the years of many generations. A fire devoureth before them, and behind him a flame burneth.
That's right. Read that. Can you read that again?
Go ahead, and this is Joel chapter 2, verse 3. A fire devoured before them, and behind them a flame burneth.
That's right. That's speaking about these ICBM thermonuclear missiles that's coming to America, which is Babylon the Great, to destroy this place, man.
That's right.
Okay? You continue on now.
The land is as the garden of Eden before them.
That's right. It says the land is as the garden of Eden before them, man. Okay, because when you look, you know, at America, which is Babylon the Great, it's still beautiful parts of this place, man. Still beautiful trees and waters. And when you look, before these Edomites came over here, when the northern tribes was over here, this place was beautiful, man. Okay, like paradise. All right, you know, before you Edomites came over here, raped, robbed, and murdered, man. Okay, you continue on now.
And behind them a desolate wilderness.
That's right, and that's what this place is gonna become, man. Desolate, man. Okay, this place is gonna be utterly burnt up. Okay, you can continue on.
And nothing shall escape them.
That's right. And nothing shall escape them, man. Okay? You wicked people won't be able to escape these missiles, man. Okay? And every heathen that's over here, man. Okay? You know? Because we know only the elect and 1/3 will be delivered out of that, man. Okay, you continue on now.
The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen, so shall they run.
That's right. Speaking about these missiles. You continue on.
Like the noise of chariots on the top of mountains shall they leap.
That's right, man. It says that's the noise of chariots on top of mountains, man. That's very loud, huh? Okay, you continue on now.
Like the noise of a flame of fire that devours the stubble.
That's right. Again, you know, they're speaking about these ICBM thermonuclear missiles. All right, what you with? You can continue on.
As a strong people set in battle array. Before their faces, the people shall be much pain. All faces shall gather blackness.
That's right, man, because these people are going to be terrified out here, man. Okay, a lot of them not going to know, you know, what's going on, what to do. Okay, a lot of these weak people ain't going to have no knowledge, wisdom, or understanding, you know, of what's going on in these times, man. Okay, you know, but, you know, with that said, you know, I'm going to let another brother step up, you know, continue on in the spirit. All right.
Yeah, man. So, you know, the brother is telling you, you know, about all the things that are going to take place, man, and how the day of the Lord, you know, is going to be great vengeance, man. But with all that being said, man, it's a way out of it, okay? All right? If you are from the line or the nation of Israel, man, the 12 tribes, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, hey, salvation is for you, man, to escape all of that the brother was going into, okay? And it's been, and it's that way, you know, because the Lord is dealing with the nation of Israel, man. You know, the promises was given unto Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, okay? So if you come from that line, you have a chance of being saved, But if you're from the nation of Edom or Esau, hey, you doomed, man. It ain't no salvation for you. Okay, you from one of these the other tribes outside of Israel. Okay, you're doomed. Okay, salvation is for the nation of Israel, man. The elect 144, all right, and the 1/3. And 2/3 will be burnt up in those in that destruction that the brother was going into. Okay. Go ahead.
This is Hebrews chapter 12 and 16. It says, I start at 15 or 14. Follow peace with all men and holiness, without which no man shall see the Lord, looking diligently lest any man fail of the grace of the Most High, lest any root of bitterness spring up, trouble you, and thereby many be defiled. Verse 16, lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright.
Yeah, hey, and that's where, you know, that matter of fact, go to in the beginning, Genesis started 25 and 23, because Esau, you know, sold his birthright, man, for a morsel of meat. All right, but and the perpetual hatred that he has for his people, I mean for his brother Salakia, you know, was from the beginning when that transpired. Okay, so and for that simple fact, you know, Esau can't be saved, man. All right, the blessing from Isaac was given unto Jacob. Okay, Amos 1 and 11.
Can I finish this one?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is it says, for ye know that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected.
Yep.
For he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears.
Yeah, he sought it carefully with tears. Have you not any birthright for me? You know, have not any blessings for me? You know, he was asking his father Isaac, you know, on his deathbed. Okay, you're up Genesis 27, and he was blessed with the sword instead, man. Okay, and he's going around and totally destroyed the earth with it. Okay, that's what this guy is all about, man. Okay.
Yeah, he's a big bully, man.
Yeah, he was given that sword, and now he just slinging it, goddamn, on everybody. All right, even his own people. Okay.
Take a piece from the earth.
Go ahead.
This is Genesis chapter 25, verse 23. And Yahweh said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
23. Yeah, 25.
Genesis chapter 25, verse 23. And Yahweh said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
Yeah, 2 nations are in that womb, are in her womb. Even though, you know, they were twins, but it's gonna be 2 manner of people that comes out of Rebecca, man. All right, go ahead.
And 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
Keep going.
And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger.
The elder shall serve the younger. Esau came out, you know, before Jacob, Salakia, and he's gonna serve us, man. All right, because the birthright was given unto us. Okay.
Last shall be first, first shall be last.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Verse 24. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb.
Hey, wait a minute. So that cuts the top 5 prophet in Israel right now, Joel. Talking about Jacob and Esau wasn't brothers, man.
What? He said that? Oh my God.
They wasn't brothers.
He basically he's saying he don't say they
That is
what? They
crazy.
Hebrews.
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah,
they're not
he's
even
like-
Hebrew.
He said, I would argue they're not even Hebrews.
Yeah. They Hebrew Edomites, man. They came out of the line of Edom.
But it clearly says that they were twins. So how are you twins and you're not brothers? Though?
Exactly.
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and if you want to deal with the Hebrews, Hebrew is first off it stems from a language, and if you want to go deeper, it was a man that was Ibar.
Ibar.
And actually Jacob and Esau they were Shemitic. They came out of that Shemitic line of Ibar. And at that time Esau, which he was speaking to Isaac, and when you read the language exchange, he was speaking to Jacob, and those 3 men were speaking all Hebrew. He wasn't speaking English,
Russian.
or Russian, you know, or Greek, or Latin. He was speaking Hebrew. And through basically in latter times, that's when, you know, when it transpired to different, you know, locations and things of that nature, that's when the language is split up. But he was speaking Hebrew. That's really Esau's really original language is Hebrew.
He's a Hebrew Edomite.
Because he's a Hebrew Edomite.
This guy pulling shit out his ass, man.
Oh yeah, top five prophets.
Fucking divide stable.
Continue.
This is Genesis chapter 25, verse 27. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cutting hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. And Isaac,
Go ahead, keep going.
and Isaac loved Esau because he did eat of his vision, but Rebekah loved Jacob.
So Rebecca favored Jacob more than he did, more than she did Esau, and that's when the supplanting is gonna start, man. She's gonna help Jacob fool Isaac, so to speak, in order to, you know, be blessed with the birthright. But it was all set up by Yahweh Shem Yahushai at the end, man. All right, this just the way that the story played out. Okay, skip to 27.
I'm at 27.
Chapter 27. Yep.
But yeah, that was a good point the brother brought out, because the word Yaakov, Jacob in Hebrew, means supplanter.
Right.
You know, just to back up the story, man. Genesis 27.
And it's always been what people know as a sibling rivalry. You watch these movies and you see the evil twin and the good twin, and you'll see most times the evil twin is trying to kill the good twin and usurp his position above him, because he actually has envy towards that the good twin, man. And that's the same thing that goes on between Jacob and Esau. Esau truly hates the blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans guts, to the point where he beat our nationality out of us and actually stole it. You had a series of wars, a series of conflicts that took place, and legislations, all kind of legislations and money that had to be invested to take one nationality from people and gain it to another, man.
That's right.
Esau had what? The British Mandate. You know, they had the Balfour Declaration. They had all those series of wars that took place fighting those Palestinians. You know, and in the midst of those things, what did they do? They called themselves the Jews, all right, through Kagan Bullen, you know? And then they beat the blacks, they beat the literal spirit out of us during slavery. You watch these slave-based shows or movies, such as Roots, 12 Years a Slave. And when they cracked the whip on the backs of the blacks, that wasn't just solely for scolding. They was trying to beat us. They was trying to beat a certain spirit out of them, man. Beat their nationality and beat their heritage out of them, to the point where Jeremiah the 17th chapter was that the fourth verse fully got fulfilled. Thou shalt be discontinued. They actually severed. They cut our spirits out of us, man. In a carnal way. Oh, what do you got? Willie Lynch. That was the letter based upon the breaking of a people. You beat them all the way down, and then you build them up. You build them up upon new ideologies. All right, you ain't no Israelite. You a nigga. You a coon. You a porch monkey. You a spick.
You ain't shit.
You a big lip nigga. And then they pushed it out on media constantly. If you don't hear it consciously, you're gonna hear it subconsciously.
That's
Yep, that's it.
I was watching this video, you know, this one white lady. She looked like a so-called Edomite, but she was like, if you were raised in America and went through the school system, you're automatically a racist, right? Subconsciously, because everything that is associated with good, you know, it's associated with being a so-called white man. Yeah. Look at the image, you know, that they painted during the Renaissance, man, or the rebirth, you know, the whitewashing. They put up Caesar Borgia as the face of our Savior, man, Yahweh Shai. Okay, so when these people pray, all right, to Jesus Christ, so to speak, that's the image that they have in their head of a so-called white man. All right, when it clearly tells you in Revelation the depiction of the Lord, man.
Yeah, there's no such thing as a black Jesus Christ.
Right.
Because the imagery that's beating your head is when you throw that word Jesus Christ out there, you think of a white man.
That's right.
You think of, you know what I mean? God, the same thing. You think of God, you think of a white man.
And she also made a valid point, like when you think about the history and everything that's spoken good of about America, such as Christopher Columbus, you know, he came over and just totally obliterated the tribe of Gad, man, the so-called Native Americans, but yet he discovered a land with somebody already.
He's a hero.
Yeah, he's a hero, and it's celebrated every year, man.
Every year, Columbus Day.
And they push that on the minds of you at a very young age, so you grow up associating white with right.
Yeah, when you're young, you love Christopher Columbus.
Exactly.
You don't know much about him.
Yeah.
I'm not saying personally I did,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying in most cases, most people love Christopher Columbus. He discovered America.
Right.
But when you get older, you figure out this guy's a fucking supervillain, man.
Yeah, super villain. Word.
Like, man, this guy's the devil, man. He was literally the devil on earth. You actually could read his memoirs and read what he said about Native Americans. He said they were peaceable, loving people.
Yep.
They gave him all that basically they had, and then in another saying, so to speak, he said that he couldn't put the sword down for a minute dealing with the natives.
Not for 1 hour could he put the sword down.
Y'all got ready. This is Habakkuk 2 verse 16.
Yep.
Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory.
Damn.
And what it said, the foreskin is being uncovered. The foreskin is the unclean part of one's penis, man.
Your power. The uncleanness of your power.
Yeah, yeah. So Esau is being shown to be unclean. Isaiah 47 chapter. Everything that's being revealed on this devil on a massive level has been shown to be deception and lies. And just like you said, even in the educational system, you got this one video on Vox where they show how all the history books were really written to serve Confederate views. You know, a lot of the things that you read about, because when you're a child, you can't decipher or distinguish right from wrong in its true essence. You don't really have a sense of decision making, discernment, and judgment. So when you read
Political agendas being pushed.
you don't know none of that shit. It's just input, output, input, output. And so you don't know, it was a lot of demons that was put in your mind as a child, man. A lot of those books that you read in school, you know, majority of them you don't remember word for word now, but a lot of those things were built for you to serve the so-called white man at a young age. And you have some individuals that start young, and then they eventually grow up, and what happens? They get in college. Now they're being more programmed. Indoctrinated. And then if they actually make it successful, now they could be a politician. Now they could actually work in the school and teach the same bullshit that they learned. You know? You got it, bro.
Yeah, and then when it comes down to your people, the so-called black people, what they give you? The bitch that invented the goddamn straight cone. You know, shit like that. The guy invented the peanut. You know,
We didn't even need that shit.
right,
Like we ain't been eating peanut butter.
right. But hey, when it comes to these crackers, man, these so-called white men, they paint them in a great light. You know, that you were swinging from goddamn trees over in Africa before they came and brought your ass over here and civilized you and gave you rights and freedom to freedom of speech, freedom of press. You know, all that the BS that comes along with America and its Constitution. All right.
That's why them asshole Edomites say civilization started with the Greeks.
Yeah. Come on now.
And everybody else was
goddamn
barbarian.
wickedness continued with the Greeks, the Romans, and here in America.
It increased.
You're right. That's all that happened. Goddamn.
Yeah.
Right. But we're gonna get into how Esau was blessed with the sword and how this man is just going about, you know, devouring nations, man. All right, and countries. Go ahead.
This is Genesis chapter 27, verse 38. And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father?
Yeah, because at this point, the blessing had already been given to Jacob, man. All right, through the supplanting of him and his mother Rebecca, man, dressing them up as with goat's hair, if I'm not mistaken. All right. So Isaac's vision had failed him, so he couldn't physically see which son he was giving the birthright to.
So
But
that
he-
Esau always smelled like an animal.
Right, stinking. So he used his sense of touch, man, and he was supplanted in thinking that Jacob was actually Esau. So at this point, Esau has returned and realized that it's over with for his ass. Okay, now he crying like a little hoe. You know, asking his daddy, you know, has he not any more blessings for him? Go ahead.
It says, even me also, my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept.
Yeah, crying like a bitch. Like the brother brought out in Hebrews 12. Okay, go ahead.
You probably have that high pitched voice.
Right. Got them lips quivering. Man, shut your ass up before I give you some more. You know how you get your ass whooped? That's Esau ass crying for his birthright. Man.
Hey, we're gonna do, because like how you said, we're gonna show them how, because they always mentally terrorizing us with their imagery, showing us that we ain't shit. And we gonna show that, we gonna show that how Esau lost his birth rate today, every day, every morning at 8 in the morning. Watch how you lost everything, nigga.
That's gonna be their movie.
That's gonna be their movie. And we're gonna give them Esau's pottage. Eat, nigga.
Oh yeah. Eat, nigga, eat.
Yeah, all because he got that weak and he just was so faint from the field that he needed something that bad that he gave away a goddamn birthright. All right, go ahead.
Verse 39. And Isaac, his father, answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and the dew of heaven from above.
Yeah, because Esau is a cunning hunter, man. He's a man of the field. And like it said in the 25th chapter, Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents, man. And you still see that to this day, man. Jake is a very chilled nation, man.
Yeah.
All right. Until you got them rouse them up or stir them up. All right. Then they'll get down with you.
Yeah,
but
mess
for
with
the
his
most,
food, his money, and his woman.
like the brother said, if you mess with his food, his money, and his woman, that's when you got a problem. But other than that, hey, we chilling, man.
Jake pretty central. That's why even it said that he was in a tent. And like you just said, spoke about how Esau was a man of the field. That word field, when you go into even Matthew the 13th chapter, that represents the world. And Esau is very worldly, man. Nobody's more worldly than the Edomites.
Oh.
They be in Antarctica. Like, what the fuck is you doing down up there drilling? That's where you watch like the movie Alien vs. Predator. You'll see Esau in Antarctica just drilling as deep as he could get to find some shit.
Yes.
That's Habakkuk too.
Yeah, they're researching, trying to get to the bottom of the ocean, trying to get to the heavens. They always all over the goddamn place. They can't just be in one location.
Right. And then they do shit with really no goddamn reason for why they should be doing it. Like hunting animals as a sport. Okay. You know, when the Native Americans killed a buffalo, they used every piece of that animal, man. You know, for what they could use it for.
That's right.
Okay. But here it is, Esau with the sword, and being the goddamn devil that he is, he goes around and kills the animals and put their head on the wall for trophies, goddamn.
Like I had put in a group text, Esau there's an ant pile just being by itself, and this man gets molten hot aluminum and just pours it in there. Like, for what, nigga? Right. Like, why would you want to do
Let
that?
him live, man.
And then he pulled it out and he used it as a, what did he put it on his desk or some shit like that?
Yeah, to see what he found, he was just all these melted ants, and I was like, what pleasure do you get out of
Esau
that?
get a hard off on that shit, man. Just doing dumb,
Stupid
wicked
shit.
shit, man. And let the goddamn ants be, man.
Let them be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could I get that? That when you go into that word plain,
I was just about to say that.
that's thumb?
Yeah, it means well-rounded.
Yeah, and it goes to perfect or complete.
Yeah.
And it says complete, perfect, one who lacks nothing in physical strength, beauty, sound, wholesome.
Right, that's Jacob, man.
Wholesome.
All right. And when it comes to Jacob and Esau, it's a landslide on the beauty of it. Okay. The older these Edomites get, man, the worse they look. What's the saying in the word? Black don't crack.
Black don't crack.
Yeah, we're the most athletic. Esau can't walk and chew goddamn bubble gum at the same time. All right, because even though, like it said in Genesis 25, they were twin brothers. Hey, but it's two manner of people, man.
That's right.
And it's clear, okay? Two different nations, man.
How many Jakes have broken a bone? If Jake don't break bones, Esau will step off the curb the wrong way and be paralyzed from the neck down.
Step on a crack.
Step on a crack, break your mom's back.
Yeah.
Right. Because he brittle as hell.
Back to snapping.
Go ahead.
Verse 40. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, and thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
Yeah, and it said he was blessed with the sword, man. And what's the modern day sword? The gun. All right. And Esau is ruling like a goddamn tyrant with with his sword, man. All right. He goes and boasts about his military might. You know, all of the missiles that he has. You know, the drones, these machinery, these machine guns or whatnot. And then he goes around and just bullies these other nations, man.
Yep.
And these nations aren't afraid of America anymore. Go to Revelation 6 and 4.
I'm
Are you
sorry.
reading that? Okay.
This is Revelation chapter 6, verse 4. It says, and there went out another horse that was red.
Yeah, the red horse represents Esau, Edom. Go ahead.
It says, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth.
Yeah, power was given to him to take peace from the earth through that sword that he was blessed with, man. All right. And has he not taken peace from the earth? What it tells you in Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked.
That's right.
All right. He has an embassy set up on damn near, if not every fucking continent on the face of the earth, man. All right. And he pushes his wicked philosophies on these other nations. And that's why you can't tell me that America isn't the horde that sitteth upon the beast that's spoken about in Revelation 17, man. All right. Just look at it on the grand scheme of things. America puts it out there and these other nations follow, man. No matter how wicked it is, no matter how contrary to the scriptures it is, all right, these other nations eating it up, man.
Well, that's the golden cup. You know, when the scriptures talk about the golden cup, but it's pretty much filled with abomination. It looked good on the outside until they drink it. Until they drink it, then they realize like this wasn't shit. That's why they got Jeremiah 51 where it says, and all the nations were mad.
Exactly.
Because of that golden cup was so enticing, so beautiful from the outside that they were beguiled. And that golden cup is a representation of America as well.
Yeah. It looks good on the outside, but you get it, man, it's a bunch of bullshit.
Just like
the grass is looking greener on the other side of the fence. You get over there, that shit is goddamn dirt.
Yeah. $1 million cup with malt liquor in it, man.
You goddamn ordered something offline, that shit look real good.
You know what it reminds me of? That MTV Cribs with Lil Jon. He had a big ass mansion. That shit look good from the outside.
Right.
He'd take you on a tour in that bitch. You got stains everywhere, shit, holes in the wall. I'm like, how the fuck we fuck this mansion up?
Right.
Look beautiful from the outside. You walk up in that thing, you living like a straight nigga.
Right.
Yep.
And that's that golden cup, man.
That's that golden cup.
And
And
when
that, it's like in
Go
that
ahead,
pretty
bro.
whore on
the beast.
the beach. You got it, bro.
Yeah, you get that hoe back to the room. She started taking off them eyelashes and the goddamn wig.
Facts.
Man, take the goddamn the titties drop.
Take that
Goddamn-
girdle
right,
off.
Take the goddamn waist train off. Gut every goddamn well. Take her ass off.
Take her teeth out.
Take that
Yeah, she can take the ass off.
off.
Right. Goddamn. That's America.
Put the teeth in the cup next to the.
Yeah. I forgot
Talk
which
about
movie
you
that was
ready?
that old.
I'm gonna get you, sucker.
I'm gonna get you, sucker. He got the bitch back to the room, bro. She started dismantling herself.
Oh, me too. She took her legs off.
Yeah. That's America, goddamn.
Yeah.
It looked good on the outside. you
These
know.
eyes ain't real.
Right. Every goddamn thing. Right. Everything about goddamn America is some bullshit.
Synthetic as hell.
These legs.
And these nations are catching wind of it and they upset. Okay?
But it's too late now.
It's way too late. Y'all done been deceived by this man to the point where there's no return. Now he thinks he's the big bad wolf, he's the bully on the schoolyard, you know, and now that y'all raising up against him, America don't know what the hell to do. These other countries got some shit for America, man. That these missile defense systems are not going to be able to stop. You know, no matter what they tell you, you know, America weaponry is behind, man. But they won't tell you that. These proud Americans, hey man, whoever we go to war with, we're going to destroy them. They know damn well they not. But hey, they got to keep the minds of the people.
Patriotic.
You know? Yeah, very patriotic. Okay? Oh, you was in Revelation 64.
Yeah.
Was it some more on that?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
It says,
Reread it from the top.
it says Revelation 6 and 4. It says, and there went out another horse that was red,
And
And power-
Esau, Edom. Go ahead.
and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, And there was given unto him a great sword.
Yeah, a great sword. And that's what he's ruling with. Go ahead, Doc.
But it's like, come on, who else is that?
Exactly.
Who got the power to take peace from the earth? Who has the great sword?
Right.
Ain't no niggas doing that.
Right.
It's Esau. Esau is literally bombing countries. He's literally killing off. You had that when that earthquake, all kind of beasts falling from the sky. You got all these birds, whales beaching themselves. The water, bodies of water, as you know it, are just drying up and dying. And that's because of Esau, mass pollution.
This is
Sure as hell in the goddamn Hawaii.
Isaiah chapter 54.
You don't even see Hawaiians.
Because it said in Revelation 6 and 4 that he was given a great sword, ability to get that inclination from him. This is Isaiah 54 and 16. It says, behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth the instrument of his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. So you got it.
I would say, and that's the Lord giving man, you know, the intelligence to create these weaponry, man. All right, the smith that blows the coal. Okay, he put it in the minds of Esau Edom, because he's the forefront when it comes to, you know, the sword and things of that nature. All right, he gave him the technology or the know-how to create these missiles, man. Okay,
I got a precept. Go ahead. It says Psalms chapter 11, I'm going to go to 13 to the point. It says, the Most High judgeth the righteous, and the Most High is angry with the wicked every day. It says, verse 12, if he turn not, he will whet his sword. He hath bent his bow and made it ready. Verse 13, he hath also prepared for him the instruments of death.
Yeah. Hey, and that's not talking about a bow and arrow, man. A bow and arrow that's shot from the Western Hemisphere or the Eastern Hemisphere cannot be reached to America. That's how you know it's talking about a modern day weapon that's gonna make it over here to America, man.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. It says,
Go ahead.
It says, he ordaineth his arrows against the prosecutors, or the persecutors.
Yep.
All right, that's it.
Yeah. Hey, you got that? Okay, hold on. But yeah, man. Hey, those missiles right here, man, is gonna be the destruction. And like I opened up saying, man, hey, you can escape. You have a chance to escape that. All right. Salvation is for you, but for the nation of Edom, hey, they gotta eat that. All right. And the precept you read said, you come back to save the righteous and destroy the wicked. All right. Yeah. Hey, it's a wicked, which is Esau Edom that we're speaking of, but it's also 2/3 of our nation that is wicked that are gonna eat these missiles, man. All right. So the chance of salvation has been given unto you, you know, and through this grace period, man. Hey, what are you doing to secure it? Okay, is you out here fucking around and bullshitting because you don't think the day of the Lord is gonna come in your lifetime? So you might well got them do what the hell you want to do, or you just don't give a damn, or you're one of those that were blinded, man, to not even get this truth.
Most of them.
Yeah, you just stubble for the fire, so to speak, man.
If I may say,
Go ahead.
because it says in Psalm 7 and 13, it says, he hath also prepared for him the instruments of death, which was the precept to Isaiah 54 and 16. And it says, he ordaineth his arrows against persecutors. So the word ordained, when you look it up on the Hebrew, I think it's pa'al, and it means to make or to do. So that word ordained means he made those things to those arrows to go against Esau. When you read Psalm 7 and 13, Esau's just set up in the okie doke, man.
Yeah, exactly.
He thinks he got this inclination by himself. Oh, I made a missile. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, blah, blah, blah. Not knowing that the Lord made him do that to use it against himself. That's why it says he ordained the arrows to him.
It's pride.
Yeah, you have this one video on, I think it was the History Channel. They was going to the development of artillery. They went all the way to like medieval, ancient times. They went to, I think they started off with like swords, and they showed how they had catapulted the big boulders, and they think they minimized it. They just showed how everything started to be cannonballs, They took it, the cannonballs, and they transferred it to gunpowder. They show how gunpowder was started to use. They show like the ball gets extremely small, and then you know, them actually turning into gunpowder and creating guns. Because even when you look at like how arrows is, you cock them back, and you see how guns is the same principle. It's the same principle with the cock back, and everything just developed and transpired all the way to the point where it became extremely what's the word I want to find now? Basically, the detonation or the destruction quantified. It came, you know, you have hydrogen bombs and things of that nature. Like when Little Boy and Fat Man, those was what, hydrogen bombs, correct?
Or
Atomic bombs. Then they went to atomic bombs.
to hydrogen.
To nuclear. You see? So it's still the same principle. The Bible says arrow, it just got developed and modified through time, technology advanced. But it's nothing but a big ass arrow. If you really look at a missile, it's nothing but a supersized arrow that can shoot. It trajects. When you look at how it breaks up, it actually breaks up in the sky, and it comes down into warheads. That's why it tells them what in Revelations how the heads does hurt.
Yep.
That's the warheads. Because when the warheads drop to ground zero, that's when they detonate. Just like with arrows, you see the front of the arrow is the spear.
Yep.
That's where the power lies. Everything else, the bow, is to
Cut through the air.
Yeah, to cut through the air is to make it turn into a projectile, and that's why you have the bottom beam, which is the I forget the bottom part, the name of it, but that's to help the consistency in the air. And it's the same thing with the air, the modern day arrows, which is the missiles. You see? So just like the brother was saying, it's nothing new under the sun. Truly speaking, we dealing with the same principle, biblical principles, just in modern times.
Because Jake, he wanted to literally say missiles in the scripture. He wanted to say the Lord will send missiles from Russia, Iran, and you know, he wanted to be read like that verbatim.
And thou, Putin, shall hit the button.
Yeah. Like, come on, bro.
Man, get the fuck out of
You
here.
gotta realize this was over
Thou,
thousands of years ago. When these prophets were given visions, they could only describe what they were seeing as
thou great
in
servant
what they in their time, and kind of relating it to the vision and what they were seeing. All right, and that's not a hard concept to grasp, man. If we were to see something that's going to take place thousands of years from now, we would have to look around and use these things in which we could see in order to try to make a reverence or a reference to, you know, what we were seeing.
Hence, that's why you got a Revelation 9.
Right.
It speaks about World War I, but
Exactly.
he's talking about scorpions,
Locusts.
locusts. You know, like what?
I got one thing real fast. This is broken arrow. It says, what does broken arrow mean in Army? Broken arrow refers to an accidental event that involves nuclear weapons, warheads, or components that does not create a risk of nuclear war, accidental or unexplained nuclear detonation.
That was a movie too.
It was the movie Broken Arrow. And it says the definition of broken arrow is an accident involving nuclear weapons or supplies that does not cause a nuclear war risk. So they know that they're arrows. That's why it's known. The term broken arrow actually means nuclear missile. You know? That's why you gotta read between the lines.
Conceptually, it's the same thing of war. Where what would happen in war, where you would have one army on one side of the land, and then they would shoot their arrows to the other side where you were, to cross your wall. So it's the same. It's conceptually the same thing. Just hella advanced.
Yeah, now I know what the
This is Amos chapter 1, verse 11. It says, "Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof."
And what are they going to be punished for, man? Hey, ultimately coming against their brother Jacob, you know, touching the apple of the Most High's eye, you know, furthering the affliction of us so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay, so for that, the Lord is going to reward them, man. Hey, what the scripture tell you, that is a righteous thing to recompense tribulation, you know, to those that trouble you. Yep, yeah, grab it.
This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 1 and 6. It says, "Seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble me.
Yeah, and that word recompense is a compound word. All right, re meaning back, and compense from the word compensate, to pay. Okay, so it's a payback that's coming, man, for what Esau done to his brother Jacob, man. Even throughout the scriptures, man.
Precept of 2 Thessalonians, it says, behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them, and I will return your recompense upon your own head.
Yeah, hey, and that's what you got to look forward to, man. All right. All of those things and all of these things that you're putting the nation of Israel through, man, hey, it's coming back on you twofold, man. Okay.
So this is Amos 1:11 again. It says, thus saith the Lord, for three transgressions of Edom, and for four, I will not turn away the punishment thereof.
Right. He will not turn away the punishment thereof. You got it coming. You think that you're just going to be able to go about the earth and continue to do it, rule with the sword, how you feel you can do it, you know, push these wicked agendas, you know, allow homosexuals to get married, talk shit. Hey, that's another reason, man, the Lord got to come back. Because
Noise pollution.
Yeah, man. Niggas like that, he get out the car, he probably can't even hear, goddamn. That shit was too fucking loud. Niggas destroy themselves, man. But back to the lesson, man, because the Lord got to destroy this place, man. We get sick and tired of saying shit like that. All right? And here we are, you know, telling you that salvation is for the nation of Israel, and the nigga want to ride up and down the street of a loud ass goddamn Charger, Challenger. Come on, man. Our people got to do better. Yeah. As soon as that nigga miss one payment,
He probably stay in the projects.
right. Esau let him borrow these little goodies. That's how he destroyed our people too, man.
That's what all leasing is, borrowing.
The gift destroys the heart.
There you go. You think a guy like that want America to come to an end? You know, in the midst of all this wickedness that it pushes? No, he all right with it. And the brother brought out in Isaiah 14, you know, those that joined unto this devil shall be thrust through. All right, so if you're not speaking against this place, all right, then you're for it. You're part of the problem too, goddamn. And the Lord's gonna come back to destroy you, man, right along with these other nations. Man.
Yeah, niggas don't want to leave America because niggas is waiting for their tax money to come in the spring to get one.
Right.
Like, bro, you really want to stay in America to get a Charger?
Because you said they were given these little dainties, you know, these little gifts by Esau. They'll hate to see it go away. Well, it speaks of that in Revelation 18. So it's Revelation 18 and 17. It says, for in 1 hour, so great riches is come to naught, and every shipmaster and all the companies and ships and sailors, as many as trade by sea stood afar off, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning. Her meaning America. Okay, and I'm applying these 2/3 niggas because what did Howard say? You are your father Satan. These 2/3 niggas, they another nation to me, man. They ain't part of us. Okay, so it says,
Scripture tell you all Israel is not Israel.
That's right, brother. Romans 9.
Go ahead.
so that this could fit 2/3 niggas too. All right, so it says, what city is like unto this great city? That's what they're gonna be saying. Man, America's being destroyed. What else is like this? Not they don't have the information and the knowledge of the vision of the kingdom of heaven though.
Yeah.
So it says
they think this shit right here is good as it's gonna get.
It's the best it's ever been. Actually, they think this is the best it's ever been.
if I could get that 2020 that Hellcat Charger, I'll be good.
Yeah. So-called niggas
And a red
is
ball.
thriving, goddamn. What niggas like say they started from the bottom, now they here?
Yeah.
Nigga, you still at the bottom.
But you got a whole nother bottom.
Right.
It says they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, alas, alas, that great city wherein we're made rich. We're made rich. All that had ships in the sea by reason of the costliness, for in 1 hour she's made desolate. So Jacob's going to be the same way. When they see Jacob's trouble hit, they're going to be crying for this place because they were so attached. we gonna be ecstatic and happy. People gonna wonder why we got the biggest smile on our face. But Jake is gonna be 2/3 of Jake, I want to say. Excuse me. They gonna be real sad like these other nations because they was making money here, and they thought this was it. You know? That's all.
Yeah, they think the Lord is something to play with, man. That's why niggas do what they do, really, because they haven't been raised to fear the Lord. They've been raised to fear Esau. Because soon as that nigga run a red light in that challenge, Esau taking his ass to jail. Because his papers probably ain't right for one. Nigga probably ain't got no insurance, you know. And
open warrants.
Open warrants, all that dumb shit. He got shit in the car that don't supposed to be there. You know, here in America, do whatever the hell they want to do, man, because they don't fear the Lord. The scriptures tell you because judgment against an evil work is not executed speedily, it's in their heart to continue to do wickedness, man.
Well, that's why they break the laws.
Exactly. That's why they break all the laws of the Most High, but keep the laws of Esau on the land to a T. Nigga ain't even got a misdemeanor.
That's his daddy.
Yeah, nigga don't even got a traffic ticket.
Parking tickets.
Yeah, parking tickets.
But never clean shaven face.
Yeah, but you got your face clean as hell. You ain't got damn Red Lobster every weekend. Goddamn, you at damn barbecues, pork on the grill, then you throw the chicken on there after.
Being a real good nigga.
Yeah, man. When it comes to the Lord's law, hey,
the Lord's laws is done away with.
Yeah, it's far from them, man.
Looking like Spice Adams.
But here it is, they blessed and highly favored. Come on, go ahead.
This is Proverbs chapter 29, verse 18. Where there is no vision, the people perish.
Yep.
But he that keepeth the law, happy is he.
Yeah, and it also tells you that when the wicked are in rule, all right, the people are mourn.
Yep.
And when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. That's
right.
All right. And when we take over, man, all right, because it's soon to happen. We see it, man. The prophecies are kicking off. You know, the Lord is fed up with this place, and He's coming back to put it back in its rightful order, man, under the nation of Israel. All right. And we're not going to have Jake out here like that, man. They're going to be in their right mind. All right. They're going to keep the laws to a T. All right. We're not going to have these other nations running around doing what the hell they want to do. They're going to be in subjection under us.
They're going to be bound down to us.
Yeah.
They're going to want to.
There was some more on that?
Have to and want to.
Yeah, boss.
This is since we're talking about the other nations bound down, man. So this is Zechariah chapter 14 and 16. It says, "And it shall come to pass that everyone that is left, all of the nations which came against Jerusalem, shall even go up from year to year." This is a prophecy that's in the kingdom. Right. They shall go up year to year to worship the king. And the king is in capital, so you know that's Yahweh.
That's it.
Okay? King David and Yahweh, man. But it says to worship. When you go into the word worship, it also means to bow. It means to bow, which the word bow in Hebrew would be barak, which means to bless. So it says the Lord of hosts. So they come up to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, and keep the Feast of Tabernacles. Verse 17. All right, and it shall be that whoso will not come up of all the families of the earth of Jerusalem to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, even unto them shall be no rain. Got it, bro?
Yeah. Hey, and it's going to be in proper order, man. You're going to give reverence to the nation of Israel. Because right now, we looked at it as niggas, spits, wetbacks, whatever. All right? Under this ruler of Esau, Edom, man. All right? And like I said, it's ultimately because we went off, we broke the covenants and laws, statutes, and commandments of the Lord. All right? But this devil furthered the affliction, man. He's taking it too far. Okay? Because at the end of the day, we are, these Edomites brothers. Yeah, Jacob and Esau were twin brothers, but as it said, it was two different nations in Rebecca's womb, man. And the war had been going on since then. All right, and even to this day, it's a battle between Jacob and Esau. But Esau has the upper hand on Jake right now, to the point where it doesn't even have to be a physical subjection. He gives you these gifts. All right, you're mentally done away with, man.
Hey, if I may say, Salaki.
Go ahead, bro.
Yahweh Shai said it too. Anyone who loveth, I'm just gonna say one. Anyone who loves his brother is not worthy of me. So these, like the brother was saying, Esau is a twin brother. These 2/3 Jakes love their twin brother, man. That's why they ain't worthy of Yahweh Shai. That's why they ain't worthy to get this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, because they still love their brother. They twin brother, Esau, okay? They can't get off his.
I was good. It says that Esau broke the brotherly covenant. So here, you know, they're being with a brother that's been basically like, you know how you got
excommunicated.
Yeah, like excommunicated, or like if somebody's son is like a faggot, you know, he you know, the father basically disowned, you know, he's basically been disowned through the spirit by the Heavenly Father from being the firstborn to really being a nobody. He's not a part of the family anymore. He's been disowned, you know, but that's because he's broken the covenant. He wasn't a neighbor. So Esau's going to have to, you know, he's going to have to be reprimanded. But those Israelites that are trying to, you know, defend him for his evil acts, they're going to get reprimanded too, by way of death and destruction.
Right. Finish that off in Amos. I'm going to grab that.
Amos 1:11 says, "Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, Salaki, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. But I will send fire upon Teman, which shall devour the places of Bozrah."
Man, it says perpetual, man. This is an never-ending hate that Esau has for his brother Jacob, man. All right, and you're seeing it even in today's time, man. Perpetual, man, never ending. You know,
Hey, that's why the Lord's going to cut it off from the root.
exactly.
You know, when you read it right here, it says, "But I will send fire on Teman, which shall devour the palaces of Bozrah." When you go back to Bozrah, that was a man. When you read in Genesis, the 36th chapter, Genesis 36 is speaking about the lines and genealogies and generations of Edom. And there's a man named Bozrah, who's an Edomite. So the Lord goes all the way back to the root of the matter, plucks it up, just like it says in the scripture.
And that's
or branch.
And that was a capital city.
Yep, that was a capital. That's why I said the palace. You gotta go bring it up.
Start at 7.
This is Psalms chapter 137, verse 7. Remember Yahweh, the children of Edom, in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof.
Yeah, the Lord hasn't forgot what you Edomites have been doing to the nation of Israel, man. All right, even back then in today's society, he's gonna remember it. He's remembering it, and you're gonna be recompensed for it, man.
I got a set for you too, bro.
All right, keep going. Yep.
Verse 8, O daughter of Babylon.
O daughter of Babylon. Hey, what's modern day Babylon, man? This is Babylon the Great that the Bible speaks of, man, right here in America. Okay? What you looking for? Go ahead.
Who art to be destroyed. Happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us.
Yeah, and we went into it, man, that it's a righteous thing to recompense tribulation to those that trouble you. So it's coming back on you, Esau, man. So, hey, why you think you getting away from it, you throwing a rock and hiding your hand, that the Lord ain't gonna hold you accountable for what you've done to the nation of Israel? Hey, think again, man.
That's right.
All right? There's more on that. Go ahead.
Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones.
Because it tells you in Proverbs, man, hey, that we're going to laugh at these people calamity, man. I'm speaking about, we're speaking about Esau, but 2/3 of our nation is going to meet the same judgment as these other nations. Weird, okay? That was it on that? You said you had.
I had something for you. Going back to Esau's hate for us, man. This is Genesis 27, and I'm gonna start at 41. And it said, "And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessings wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the day of mourning for my father is at hand, and then will I slay my brother Jacob."
Yeah.
That's it right there.
And here's the point, like he said, because there's a split. So if here it is, if his mother and his father, Jacob and Rebekah, was against him, then what more the children that came out of their wombs? Verse 42, and it says, "And these were the words of Esau, her elder son, were told to Rebekah. And she sent and called Jacob her younger son, and said unto him, Behold, thy brother Esau, as touching thee, doeth comfort himself, purposing to kill thee. Now therefore, my son, obey my voice, and arise, and flee thou to Laban, my brother, to Haran, and tarry with him a few days, until thy brother's fury turn away, until thy brother's anger turn away from thee, and he forget that which has done to him. So Rebekah was being a little simple, you know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, there wasn't no spirit of like reconciling, like, hey brothers, y'all are my sons, I love y'all. Let's sit down and bring the family together.
Well, see, Esau's the type of person that keeps it on the inside. They probably, you know, but you know how Rebekah, she was always intuitive, you know, on her, you know, our mother's intuition, you know. But nevertheless, here it is, you got Esau's, you know, basically like, man, you know, he's probably being aggressive and shit, you know. Like, fuck you, Jacob. You know, didn't want to help around, you know, didn't want to help around the homestead, you know. So now, you know, Rebecca's basically trying to save Jacob. Was like, look, man, you know, get out the country. Isaac, you know, is getting ready to die. And Esau is batshit crazy. So,
you know your brother.
Right. All right.
That's a Jake mother saying.
Yeah.
Right there. You know
how he is. You know how he gets.
I'm gonna read on real quick. This is Genesis 27 and 45 again. It says, until thy brother's anger turn away from thee, and he forget that which thou hast done to him, which he never did. He never forgot even unto this very day. Nope. Then I will send and fetch thee from thence. Why should I be deprived also of you both in one day? So she wasn't talking about Esau. She's talking about being deprived of Isaac and Jacob. She wasn't concerned about Esau's ass. So why is Jake trying to save Esau when Esau's mother and father didn't give two shits about it? His parents didn't even give a shit about it.
Malachi chapter 1, verse 1, it says the burden of the word of the Lord to Israel. Let me read that. It says Malachi 1 and 1. It says the burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. Malachi means my messenger.
You can tell the spirit is taking over. Jacob to really nobody else care about.
That's right. It says verse 2. It says I have loved you, saith the Lord.
You can tell the spirit.
He loved who?
Because at that point, Esau was the enemy.
Right. Hey, that's a cut.
You can cut on the field
to these people who are saying that everybody can be saved. Anyone that comes back to Jesus Christ and calleth upon his name and that believes that he's the Savior shall be saved. No, stop. Read that again from the top, bro.
This is Malachi chapter 1, verse 1. It says the burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi.
To Israel. Keep going.
It says, I have loved you.
I have loved you. All right. I have loved y'all. You, singular, the nation of Israel.
It says, saith the Lord, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us?
Right.
Disrespect.
Right. Wherein hast thou loved us? Yeah, nigga. You went off as a nation. That's why you under the goddamn curses. That's why Esau is ruling over you. That's why you the lowest of the low.
I don't know what the hell is going on, but Slack.
What the hell is that? See, we gonna have niggas walking around with shit on like they're not coming.
Nope. That's gotta be Ham.
Yeah, man. Ham ain't gonna be wearing no shit like that. Get his ass thrown into the goddamn lion's den. Get his ass ate up for wearing
But you know what? These people drive down the street. We look like the crazy ones.
Right, you're right.
We look crazy to all these people.
Right.
This nigga look like he just stepped
He like a goddamn Christmas tree.
Right.
Nigga look like a disco ball.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Niggas look like he just stepped out of the goddamn 70s.
Like I said, he look like Trinidad James.
God damn, Salaki. You know, sometimes you just gotta...
Trinidad James.
So it says, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother? Where the fuck do you find just read Genesis 25?
Exactly.
I don't even know where the fuck. Saith the Lord, yet I love Jacob. Verse 3, it says, I hated Esau.
Yeah. The Lord hates. The Lord hates. I thought he loved everybody. Ain't no Lord hates, but he say he hates Esau.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
keep going.
Put it in my
and
car.
I hate, and he said his name too.
Right.
It says, and I hated Esau.
Proper noun, goddamn.
It says, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness.
That's right. You that's what you want to say?
No, I was just saying Romans 9:13.
Yeah, I got a precept for you.
hell is
This is Ezekiel chapter 35 and 7. It says, "Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passeth out, and him that returneth. And I will fill his mountains," which is representation of his governments, "with his slain men, and thy hills and thy valleys, and all thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword." Verse 9, it says, "I will make thee perpetual desolations, and thy cities shall not return, and ye shall know that I am the Lord."
That's right. Because when we saw the nation of Edom dwelled in Mount Seir in the clefts of the rocks, that was a place that they felt like was a place of security, man. All right, because it wasn't easy to navigate. You know, they could control who come in, they could control who come out. Okay, and that's how America is today, man. You know, look at these buildings, man. It's gonna be to their demise, and all hell breaks loose, and you only got down 50th floor. All right,
Through.
yeah, you dead. Because either you're gonna jump out the goddamn window, or you by the time you make it to the staircase, hey man, it's just stupidity to build up buildings like this, man. But this is a place of security for Esau.
But pride.
Yeah.
Pride makes you, want to live that high up.
Right. Because pride clouds your goddamn judgment.
Yeah.
Because if you weren't so proud, you would know that that's a fucking stupid concept. Keep everything one level, easy access, man.
Right, 2 or 3
Easy
levels,
out.
Hey,
Yeah.
what did he say though in the scriptures? He says, pretty much let the rocks fall on us. Well, goddamn it, you asked for it.
Exactly. Because all that shit gonna crumble. All right. When these missiles start hitting this place and the Lord comes to render His anger, with these chariots, man. Hey, these shits come tumbling down, nigga. They're gonna die from getting hit by a goddamn rock coming off one of these buildings, man.
A devil gonna die from a devil falling from that high.
Exactly.
Just fall on your ass like an anvil.
Jumping bird shit till you goddamn death and squashing another motherfucker under you.
There's some more in Malachi.
Having,
Verse 4 it says, whereas
I thought you would have learned after that shit.
wait, dumbass Edom says. It says, whereas Edom, I hate Edom, man.
As you should.
It says, whereas Edom saith, listen to this, man. We are impoverished, but we will return and build desolate places.
That's
Y'all
a proud statement. Go ahead, bro.
You got it.
We will.
That's a proud statement. Not if it be the Lord's will we gonna do it. What the fuck? Come on, man.
right.
That's a proud fucking statement.
Right, not the Lord will it to be done, but
Yeah.
we will it to be done.
Right. Self-will like a motherfucker. That's pride. That's very prideful, man. All right, man. Keep going, bro.
Come on, it says, thus saith the Lord of hosts. They shall build, but I will throw down. The Lord is funny. He's like, yeah, I'm going to let you build it. Just to show you that I can throw it down at any given time.
Exactly.
It says,
So like, I be riding through the city, man. Esau doing hella construction. I'm like, bro, don't y'all know this shit finna be obliterated in no time?
they be doing this shit in vain.
Right. This is more goddamn fuel for the fire. They keep building, Esau. But the Lord say He's gonna throw down.
That's right.
Every fucking block got a new construction site on it, man. This shit here, you keep driving down.
Oh, it's
some
all
more
over
shit
damn
being
Georgia.
built. Yeah.
Bro, everywhere is a damn.
Really, Esau should tell his fellow white men to just stop building, just go have fun, man.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Yeah.
You had something.
Y'all need to remember.
Take that bonus of the
We're
salary.
gonna finish this off and then we'll go.
It says,
goddamn
and they shall call them the border of wickedness.
Who? Esau. Border of wickedness. All right. And that's easy to see, like the brother said. That ain't talking about Esau, Edom. Then who is it, man? That's the so-called white man. Look at this rap shit. Look what he's all about. Nothing but wickedness, man. This shit is irksome, man. But he's proud. He thinks he's gonna live forever. He don't think that he has to answer to anybody.
Oh, can you live forever?
Yeah, man.
And like you said, brother, like these high rises, a lot of these high rises, you be thinking it'd be like regular dentists and people living in it. It'd be crackers that be dope dealers, man.
Yeah.
Cause it's the ultimate stash house.
Exactly.
It's not easy to get in. It's not, you know what I'm saying? So people just can't raid it in. And if the police want to raid and you all the way up there, oh, you see,
You got heads up on
you got heads up on it.
It's like y'all ever seen Pineapple Express? Old dude Red, the Edomite, the Red. Basically, he was a drug dealer, but he was like a regular ass Edomite that lived in an apartment building, you know. But he was pushing mad shit.
Yeah.
That's the type of Edomites that probably live in these damn.
I think they said one of these high rises, like the other day, they was getting raided and this cracker threw all kind of meth out the window.
He's so funny, man.
It's probably a meth lab up there.
Right. Then you know the accent, you gotta have a goddamn key fob just to get on the elevator and go up.
Yeah.
He probably gonna have the fucking chip.
The chip soon, goddamn.
Like trap houses, man.
Right. Go ahead.
She saw the ultimate trapping.
The border of wickedness and the people
also
against whom the Lord have indignation forever.
Yeah, forever, man. All right. So Esau, Edom cannot be saved. Cut it out.
Come up.
That's not what the scriptures say.
Parachute.
And Esau, Edom, man, they get it confused. They get our condition confused with the Lord, with the Lord's love for us, man. You know, they like, oh, Israel, oh yeah, they're the God's chosen people. But no way God's love them, man. Because look at their condition they in. You know, they getting it sadly mistaken, but they forget that Yahweh Shem Yahushua got a covenant with us. You know, that's why I want to add with the precept. This is Jeremiah chapter 32, verse 42. Thus said Yahweh, like as I have brought all this great evil upon this people, so will I bring upon them all the good that I have promised them. So yeah, that pride, Esau, we got a great glory coming for us. You know, y'all forget about that, man. Y'all getting confused with our condition right now. You know, that's why y'all think these scriptures ain't true.
That's right, brother.
They like, oh yeah, it said in the Bible that, yeah, they are the chosen. But look at them, man. No way those scriptures are real, man. Why he has us ruling right now? You know? Y'all, it's that pride, man. You want to add with that pride.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. It says, for thou art an holy people unto the Lord.
So like the brother saying, don't get the love for the Lord misconstrued with what's going on right now. We're in captivity after punishment, man. The Lord is not dealing with you on any kind of special level, Esau.
Yeah, that too.
All right, you're just a whipping stick that the Lord is using, you know, to punish our ass for what we've been doing for millennials, man, which is going off breaking the law, statutes, and commandments. All right, and it tells you in Deuteronomy 28 all the curses that will befall us from 15 verse on down. If you don't keep the law, statutes, and commandments. That's all that's going on right now, Esau. You're just a pawn in the big scheme of things right now.
We're just being chastised.
Yeah, we're just being chastised because the Lord loves us. The scriptures tell you that.
Light affliction, never.
Go ahead.
So it says, for thou art an holy people, Deuteronomy 7 and 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord thy power hath chosen thee to be special, to be a special people unto himself.
Unto himself, man. All right. That's another cut, you know, that all these other nations, that the Lord is dealing with all other nations. No, man. It's specific and it's throughout the scripture multiple times, numerous amounts of times, man. My people, his people, all right? Chosen, you know, all of those possessive pronouns, man. All right? Go ahead.
It says, above all people that are upon the face of the earth, verse 7, the Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you because you were more in number than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people. Verse 8, but because the Lord loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he had sworn unto your fathers, hath the Lord brought you out with the mighty hand.
Listen, who are our fathers, our forefathers, nobody else.
It says we grew into a boy.
Nobody else. Not Moab, not Esau, not Ammon.
We start out at 7.
I got them.
Yeah, right. Multiply. And that's what scared the Egyptians in the first place.
Go ahead.
That makes
It
sense.
says,
I always used to get you.
it says, and with a mighty hand, and redeemed you out of the house of the bondmen from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt.
12.
Going back to the time of Exodus, man, when we were
Then it said,
redeemed
like,
out of
millions.
out of Egypt, man. But our people steady. Even during that time, they seen the miracles. They seen the Lord making manna fall from heaven, parting the Red Sea to get them away from Pharaoh and his army. But they still talking shit, you know, still breaking the law, statutes, commandments. Here it is. Moses went up you know, to get the covenant. And these niggas down here building the golden calf.
Partying and bullshit.
Yeah.
Twerking.
Yeah, just going completely the fuck off.
Well, you know, like that was on a big scale. But even when you go into read into the New Testament, when Yahushua went to the Garden of Gethsemane to pray, what did he tell his disciples? Man, just stay up for a little bit. They went since he came back, they were asleep. Yeah, he didn't wake up. And then he went back, they came back, they were asleep. It's just that's just what Israel do, man. You know, and therefore we have to get punished. We're just going through our straits right now. That's it.
Man, just stay up. Niggas asleep. That's how people too to a T. They yell.
Okay.
Right on.